Look at that. I didn't even realize that was Brian for a second. I thought that was bloody Dante from Devil May Cry. Look at the customizations, man. You don't have to buy those wings, guys. It's not Nutara. You don't have to buy those wings. You can get them for free. Just download the game. Ridiculous. You can do other players' recordings and then fix their mistakes for them. Do you know how rare that is? I've never had a fighting game that has that in that. I've never actually owned a fighting game that has that feature in there. Like, it's blowing my mind how intricate and how detailed this game is. And I'm back with some more Tekken 8 content. The reviews are in. The people have decided this is the greatest fighting game of all time, and I'm not even surprised. Listen, I told you before my recent video, join the winning team, it's not too late. Delete Mortal Kombat, delete Street Fighter, get onto Tekken 8. I'm telling you this now, it's going to revolutionize the whole scene. Guys, before we start the video, if you please don't mind, like, comment, subscribe, and down below. Let me just tell you, it's been a wonderful journey, man. From the very first character reaction that I did, Jin. When Jin first dropped, we had no idea how big this was really going to be, man. And now look at it. The critics have come in. They're giving it 9s, scoring it 9s, 10s, nothing below. Nothing. I haven't seen anything below a 9. It's been straight 9s and 10s only. I mean, what more can that tell you? Straight 9s and 10s only. What more can that tell you? What more convincing do you need to pick up your phone right now, input your card details, and pre-order this game? It doesn't make sense what you're waiting for. Listen, guys, my channel has grown exponentially since the beginning of covering this game, and I only have you guys to thank. So first and foremost, thank you guys very much for subscribing to the channel. It has been an honor and a pleasure, and it will continue to be as such when I drop this content for you guys. I swear to you, we're going bigger and better this year. It's been absolutely amazing, and it's only just January. Imagine that. It's only just January, and it has been this eventful already. So imagine what Season 2, Season 3, the years to come with this game are going to be like. Guys, IGN have dropped their review. I'm going to react to it for you guys. Before we get into it, please, if you don't mind, like, comment, subscribing. Join the journey with me. Join the community. It's going to get lit. We're going to welcome you with warm, open arms. I'll see you guys in there, man. Man like Kazuya. Man like Jin. Quick time events. Oh my goodness. I even forgot all about that.
In Legacy. From mechanical skills and knowledge needed to compete at the
look at the customization. You can even customize the health bars, like the mods. They're just taking ideas from the community. It's so beautiful.
Just as far. Each new entry has a heavy burden to bear.
A bit of story spoilers there. We'll take it, man. We'll take it 3 days away. I don't mind at this point.
Considers, and the answer it comes up with is a simple yet profound one. You accept what's come before, but you don't let it stop you from moving forward.
Oh my goodness.
Whether it be a literal dash forward using the powerful new heat system, impressive training tools,
look at the customizations they gave
generational shackles to create a bright
they gave Devil Jin Jordans, imagine.
Impressive training tools,
Converses even. Hilarious.
Trying to break generational shackles to create a brighter future, Tekken 8 is always honoring its past while striving to improve its present. And most of all, it's just some really good-ass Tekken.
Tasty Steve! Of course. Fist meets fate, remember that. Look at the customizations, man. You don't have to buy those wings, guys. It's not Nutara. You don't have to buy those wings. You can get them for free. Just download the game.
Mechanics that were already great. Movement, spacing, block punishing, and whiff punishing.
Look at the customizations, man.
But two significant additions also twist these mechanics in exciting new ways: recoverable health and the heat system. For the first time in Tekken history, other than the non-canonical Tekken Tag tournament games, recoverable health plays a major part in matches. Blocking big attacks and taking chip damage, absorbing them with a power crush, or being hit after getting knocked airborne.
I'm just at a loss of words for these costumes, like. The amount of character you can put in creating what would be your character is just so overwhelming.
The only way to get this health back is by throwing out your own attacks, as you won't recover it all by just standing still.
Exactly, constantly in the fight.
On the offensive to reclaim
there's no zoning.
And this made
you can't zone in this game because it won't do you well in the long run.
It's also a huge shift, as Tekken has always been a defensive game. It's not uncommon to watch high-level Tekken matches of the past and see two characters appear to almost glitch across the screen, continuously
Korean
cancel
backdash,
their side steps and dashes,
wave
and
dashing,
block everything
yeah.
while looking for the smallest opening. A lot of that hasn't gone away in Tekken 8.
Dragon off my boy.
Which gave me the constant pressure to go on offense.
I told
but
you.
Still had health that could be recovered.
Disrupt the heat with a
It
heat.
never made me feel like I was out of the fight while being juggled across the stage. The new heat system pairs with this new offensive mindset perfectly.
Yeah, man, it's
There are
pivotal
myriad ways
in
to
throwing the
enter heat,
momentum.
whether it be through landing staple moves from a character's move list, or simply pressing a button.
Look at that. I didn't even realize that was Brian for a second. I thought that was Buddy Dante from Devil May Cry.
So there's no reason not to use it. Heat enhances your offense in every facet. You do increased chip damage while recovering more of your own health. You unlock new moves or properties for each character.
What a beautiful
and you
stage.
can
What a
use the
beautiful
rest of your
costume for
meter
June.
a powerful combo extender or finisher.
What a beautiful stage yet again. Oh, goodness gracious
Do you
me.
press your advantage when you have your enemy on the ropes, or do you wait for an opportunity?
Everyone can't wait to get their hands on Reina, but I
add a little bit
understand.
of damage onto a combo now, or maintain stronger pressure after a knockdown later. Since you regain all of your heat after every round, these are questions you get to answer every round, and Tekken 8 is much more dynamic for it. That said, one aspect of these changes I could see eventually getting frustrating is how it gives even more offensive pressure to characters who thrive on it, like Hwarang and the various members of the Mishima family.
I mean, it's just how it is,
Scary
man.
enough to try and keep blocking when it seems like it's been your opponent's turn to attack forever.
I understand. That's fair. It's a very aggressive game. You have to take risks. High risk, high reward.
Even more to deal with. But since these tools are universal, you always have a chance to turn the tide yourself.
Exactly.
And heat makes execution for a lot of moves easier, such as the Mishima's electric attacks no longer requiring a single frame input. Heat is both your most powerful offensive tool and a great equalizer. On top of Heat naturally smoothing out the
What are they going to show us,
program
Devil
a bit,
Jin? Like,
Tekken
how
also
close do
has
you want it
some
to
of the
get
best
before you
training
gift
tools
us
I've
with the
ever
Devil
seen in a
Jin?
fighting game. The new arcade quest mode is a great way to slowly ramp up the difficulty of CPU opponents.
I haven't seen that stage
and the
once,
training
funny
mode
enough.
is incredibly full-featured, with combo challenges, save states, so you can drill specific situations like wall breaks easily,
Save states. Imagine that.
punishment training,
I'm telling you, man. This is the ultimate fighting game.
and
There's actually no
antidote
excuse to
icons
not be
that
good
tell
at
you
this
the
game.
specific properties
It should
of
never be
each
too
match.
frustrating because you
But
can always
the
go
crown
somewhere
jewel
to
is the
actually find out
integrated
what to
replay
do.
system. You can watch your own replays back, or even those of other players you find online, and take control of the characters. at any
Ridiculous.
time, as
Other-
long as they were played by a human. This means
You can do other players' recordings and then fix their mistakes for them. Do you know how rare that is? I've never had a fighting game that has that in that. I've never actually owned a fighting game that has that feature in there. Like, it's blowing my mind how intricate and how detailed this game is.
as soon as you run into a troublesome situation in a match, you can immediately hop into your replays, watch back what you did,
And you
then
never
try
have to
and
go
build
through that
different
again
ways
if
to
you
find
really want to
something
learn how to
better.
stop it.
It's a phenomenal addition, and one I'll be using constantly as I strive to improve.
Exactly. He just said it. If you really want to improve, that's the type of stuff you should be using. You should be spending a lot of your time in the lab, or what we call training mode. A lot of your time looking at replays, understanding why this happened and how we can not let it happen again. It's so accessible for everybody. It's ridiculous.
To simplify things even further, there's also a control mode called Special Style that binds important moves to a single button press. You can even bind this Special Style toggle to a button that you can press mid-match if you're getting overwhelmed and just...
What's so funny about that though is that there's no option to hide the fact that you're using the specialty tab. I respect that personally. You should let the other person know that, yeah, I'm taking the easy way out. I get that and I fully understand that. There's no shame in it for new players. There's no shame in it at all. It's just very hilarious that they're not going to let you get away with it scot-free.
something cool and productive. The menu will pop on screen even when playing online, so both players will know when someone activates it.
Exactly.
However, Special Style isn't useful in any way that's viable competitively.
Unfortunately.
Unlike Street Fighter VI's comparatively paltry moveset being downsized with its modern controls mode, Tekken characters have dozens if not hundreds of moves, and you can't realistically map a majority of those to...
I actually heard it's one of the fighting games that has one of the longest move lists for like the characters. So other fighting games don't really have this many options. And obviously, I would imagine that's definitely the case for like 2D games, because obviously it's only a 2D plane you're playing on. But when it comes to 3D games now, you have a sidestep move, moves that come out of sidestep, moves that track sidesteps. So you have to the move list by nature has to be longer to allow you to be able to use the full dimension of the field properly.
4 buttons. You can alter some of them by pressing a direction as well, but special style is mainly meant for beginners and those who want a quick taste of what a character can do.
Wait.
Which it does provide.
For
some of them by pressing a direction as well.
He heat moved. I forgot that heat move's called. I think it's called Rebellion Spear or something. He used it out of a key charge.
Quick taste of what a character can
Crazy.
do, which it does provide.
I didn't even know Lars could do that.
Joining the roster's returning mainstays are 3 fighters new to the Tekken series. Victor, the French UN agent voiced by actor Vincent Cassel, Azucena, the energetic coffee entrepreneur, and the enigmatic Reina.
Of course.
Victor sports some really flashy attacks that look
cool. Okay, we've had to get to see sample combos. Alright.
Finishing strikes have great mix-up and pressure options that are,
definitely,
able to be punished if abused too often. His connection to the story is a nice addition to the lore as well, framing him as a character who has been in the background, training other longtime roster mainstays.
Oh my goodness.
Azucena, as befitting of her occupation, is always moving. Both her personality and moveset are always baiting you to attack and then hammering you hard for it. She's destined to be polarizing due to her taunting nature and obvious early strengths, but even after fighting against her many times, I'm more excited to learn
beginner
ways around
friendly
her pressure than I am frustrated to face her. The third and most intriguing new character is Reina, who seems to act as a bridge between Tekken 7 and 8 in both gameplay and story.
Well, there's a bit of story there. There's a bit of story there.
Many moves with the recently deceased Heihachi, the patriarch of the Mishima family, who was killed by Kazuya at the end of Tekken 7. And she's my favorite addition to the roster by
confirmed
far.
Death.
Aggressive, flashy,
no Phoenix Downs for you, bro.
Tools that will be very hard to master.
Okay. 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 One of the best songs in the game. I can't even lie to you lot.
Continuing an extremely welcome trend of recent fighting games, Tekken 8 has enough single-player content to keep you busy for dozens of hours without ever touching multiplayer. The cinematic story mode, subtitled The Dark Awakens, is a roughly 3 to 4 hour mix of cutscenes and story battles. And while I don't want to give away many details,
finale.
There are a few surprises that should delight longtime Tekken fans, including multiple playable characters.
I'm ready.
It seems like
I'm
a good
ready
way to showcase special style too, as story weaves in and out of fights and in-game slow motion is used to punctuate big moves. I actually found using it more enjoyable than the regular controls for most of the story, since I wasn't browsing a move list every time.
It would appear she's not monolithically
plenty
better than Jin. It looks like she's going to have fun fighting. I'm looking for a challenge, which means the characters should be around the same skill level.
As far as the actual story goes, I mostly enjoyed my time with it. There are some very capital A anime moments, and not everyone gets a chance to shine. But Bandai Namco gives attention to important character arcs that span several games, and there are clear fan service moments.
Just don't show us too much, please. Just don't show us too much. I've seen it, so we're alright. Just don't show us too much, IGN, please.
It's simple enough to understand as a newcomer too, as the relationships and stakes are laid out pretty clearly from the jump, and the gallery mode includes several summary videos of past games. One of the only negatives presentation-wise is that the real-time action looks so good that the transitions into pre-rendered cutscenes can sometimes be jarring, especially with some slightly smeary effects and different color grading sometimes layered on top of them.
Straight seamless transition.
In Tekken tradition, there are also character endings for the entire roster that unlock by playing through a quick series of 5 battles. These are
that's nice, cheap and cheerful.
They do vary in quality, but there are a few that had me legitimately laughing out loud. I won't spoil any, but make sure you play through Kazuya and Dragonov's endings in particular for some fun.
I'm playing through Dragonov's for real. You're gonna see that.
2 modes. Arcade Quest.
Don't ever put bread on my man's head though. Can't do them things there.
Arcade Quest is actually my favorite of the single-player options, mimicking a crawl through various arcades.
Oh, I like that.
Avatar moves through different opponents while slowly learning Tekken 8's mechanics. You can spend as much time as you want in each location challenging characters, all of whom sport different playstyles to test your mettle against. There's a passable story that preaches the importance of having fun in a stressful genre, but it really works as a lengthy tutorial for those who may be a bit hesitant to immediately jump online.
I'm just very happy you can customize like the life bars and that, and like that level of customization is included in this game.
By Tekken's high difficulty, a reason to stick around without meeting some of the vitriol you'd see with real-life bad actors. Super Ghost Battle is a mode in which you can challenge a CPU that's built from learning actual information about players. You can train your own ghost by fighting against it in order to learn your own tendencies or in other modes, or even download and play against ghosts from other players. It's a great way to check yourself as you continue to grow into a given character, and also a fun way to take on other real-life people without having to actually schedule playtime. I've already had friends tell me that they beat up my ghost in a nice bit of catharsis after I won a set against them online.
Oh, I kind of forgot about Lily's Ender. That's a nice little ender right there.
Note of note is the jukebox. It lets you replace the music for any stage or menu
as for the legends,
fit, including the track they switched to in the final round. And it even includes some of the menu music and classic tracks from Tekken.
Yes, man, the jukebox was so necessary for this.
You can set it to shuffle the soundtracks of Tekken's 1 through 8, Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and 2, and
Love
even
that.
Tekken Revolution.
Love that.
It's an embarrassment of riches for longtime fans of the series like me, and a great way to honor its legacy.
And he went back
Plus,
to Tekken 3 because
now I
he
can listen to
knew
awesome
where the
Tekken
true
3
songs
character
were.
music
Exactly.
anytime I want.
Exactly. He knew it was Tekken 3. He knew it had to be Tekken 3.
Please, put this in every fighting game.
Online, of course. Where the real challenge
The
lies.
longevity of any modern fighting game is how well it plays online, and I'm happy to say that it's here Tekken 8 trumps Tekken 7 in every way. Based on the limited online time I've had pre-launch, netcode seems much improved. In every match I've played against someone in the US, even thousands of miles away,
I pray on launch there was no netcode difficulties. You understand? This is usually what kills the game experience straight off the bat. Those first few hours when you jump onto this game, there needs to be no issues. So you can settle in nicely and understand and get addicted to it. But if you start getting netcode issues as soon as the game starts, you can't get that initial settling in. You can't get that initial level of comfort that which you want to play the game some more and more and more, which will give you in turn more patience if things do go wrong. If it's wrong straight away, you don't get time to develop that, and you end up getting in front of a cliff. Ironically,
has felt great. I also tried my hand against players in South Korea and Europe, and while the quality wasn't ideal, the matches were definitely playable, albeit with some jittery artifacts. There are several rollback settings to change the feel of your inputs as well, though I preferred the default. Regardless, it's great that the option is there if you want it. And Tekken 8 includes crossplay as well. Also,
crossplay, baby!
Change from Tekken's past, online rematches are now considerably faster. Instead of bumping you out to the splash screen as you wait for another load, it will put you right back in the action as soon as you confirm a rematch. It's a great update, and one of those things that makes you forget how long it actually used to take.
Oh my god, Tekken 7 took time. It took so long.
As far as online modes go, the big focus here is the Tekken Fight Lounge, a battle hub where you can run around with your custom avatar to meet and inspect other players, throw down some emotes, and access all the online options, including ranked matches, quick matches, custom rooms, and the welcome.
I personally have zero interest in a fight lounge, just simply because I'm here to fight.
It's easy to navigate as you can pop open the menu to quickly hop from room to room, but it's also just a cool looking space to run around in its own right. And if it's not for you, you can just as easily find all the online modes from the main menu.
Quick menu, exactly.
Unfortunately, one bizarre omission while in custom rooms is that you can't spectate matches or go to the practice mode. You can spectate anyone just fine from the fight lounge, but if you're in a room with friends, as of now, there's no way to watch each other's matches. Tekken 8 gets so much right about the online experience that this is a weird thing to not have available. Hopefully it gets added in a post-launch patch.
I mean, perfectly possible. Look at the customizations on Safina. I didn't even recognize it was her.
Tekken 8 is an amazing new entry in the long-running series. Interesting tweaks to its classic fighting systems, a full suite of fun offline modes, great new characters, incredible training tools, and a vastly improved online experience all add up to a fighting game I will be playing for many years to come.
Yeah, better damn well be, mate. I see you online.
Small hiccups here and there, such as the lack of spectating in custom rooms, but I'm having trouble thinking of how Bandai Namco could have set Tekken on a better path.
Amazing. 9 from IGN. This is what we like to see.
But continuing to move
forward, my goodness. This is what we like to see.
Something special.
Exactly.
For more on Tekken 8, make sure to check back with us for some post-launch videos. And
lovely, lovely, lovely.
Right here on IGN.
You win.
Lovely, man. It couldn't have done any better except for a 10, but nothing is perfect in life, guys. So you take what you get, and you guys, I'm thoroughly impressed, man. I'm thoroughly impressed with what the reviews are saying, and obviously he's played online and he's telling me the netcode is good. So that can only mean one thing: that this game is not about to disappoint. I just want to show you guys one more thing before I end this video, because other sites have also reviewed this game and it seems consistent across the board. 10, 10, 10, 10, 9.5, 9.5, 9, 9, 9. Like, what more do you want if you needed to be persuaded to buy a game like this? It has everything you need. You could have never played a fighting game before, jump into this, and you can still have as much fun as I will definitely be having. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, please just like, comment, subscribe down below. Listen, just buy the game, man. I swear to you, just buy the game. You will not regret it. You'll see me online, you might catch some matches, who knows. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.